Okay, so what made you very drawn to this particular project?
I think this idea of the sun hadn't really been done. There's a bit in Lost in Space. You know that movie Lost in Space with Joey in it? And they go through the sun. The ship they're in just flies through the sun, and they go, "Oh, that was hot, wasn't it?" And they says, "What's the next adventure?" And,
right.
But this is seriously that. Apart from that, it hadn't really been dealt with, and yet it's everything in our lives is this star. It gives us all life. If it blinks, 8 minutes later, we're all dead. And we'd never done a serious film about it. So there was that idea. And technically you thought, can we portray the power of this thing? And then secondly, it's the psychological effect on the characters of drawing closer and closer to the source of all life in the universe. So that's a wonderful kind of combo for the start of a film, you know?
So what was the most challenging part about shooting this project? Like, I have a lot of questions. Like, was it done on a green screen or on set or...
Try to use as little green screen as possible. I'm very worried. I always worry about actors looking bored, you know, because they're just sitting in front of a green screen all day, and then they go, and then they have to act, or they overdo it because they're trying to compensate for nothing being there. So I tried to make everything as real as possible for them. So whenever we were going to use a special effect, there had to be something there that represented what you were eventually going to see them looking at, so that they could measure their reaction and it was appropriate. And it's a challenge. That's a big challenge, but it helped us all try and make the effects organic so that they don't feel slightly plasticated and stuck on at the end. It feels like they grow out of the actors, out of the characters in a way.
Do you have a favourite scene from the movie that you shot? Just anything interesting that happened on set?
Yeah, the scene I think is an extraordinary scene is where Rose says no. She acknowledges that they are correct in thinking they have to kill someone to preserve oxygen, but she will not give her name to agree to them doing it. She kind of retains the core of her humanity, her morality. She refuses to sign it over to them. The tide of them saying we have to kill him and save everyone. She says, I agree, you're right, but I'm not going to let you put my name to it. And that's the best scene in the film, I think. It's the best written and the best acted. And scenes like that, they just shoot themselves. You don't have to do anything as a director because you can feel they know how to do it, you know? So that's my favourite scene, I think, in the film.
So here's the killer question. If you were to sum this up in like one paragraph, what would you say the overall theme of this movie is?
It's really, as you travel towards the star, the thing that gives us all life, is can you keep your humanity and your sanity, really? That's what the film does, is that can you hang on to the things that we value, which are our morality, I guess, in a way, and our dedication to science, the idea that we can improve our lives and improve everyone's lives through this collective knowledge, this use of collective knowledge, and through this ambition as you push out there with knowledge and ideas. Can you keep hold of that? Or do we just bow down before a kind of mystical insanity? You know, you just fall down, and we have to retain our what makes us different from every other species, which is that we create habitats in hostile environments, which is what space travel is, and it's how it separates us from other creatures. All the other creatures on the world aren't interested in going into space, but we are. Even though everything there will kill us, but we insist on going out there, and we don't know what's out there. We've got to find what's out there, but that's what's extraordinary about us as human beings, I think.